The booking app showed one room left. A glitch, the receptionist swore, palms open, helpless, same last name, same check-in date, 2 different confirmation numbers. Outside, the rain came down like it wanted to drown the city. Inside, the lobby smelled of wet carpet and cheap jasmine air freshener. She arrived first, black trench dripping, hair pinned tight, eyes scanning every face the way people do when they have been trained to. He arrived 7 minutes later, same trench, same habit of touching the inside left wrist where a watch should have been but wasn't. They recognized each other in the same heartbeat. No names, just the smallest tilt of the head, the silent agreement. Pretend. The receptionist handed over one keycard. Room 2408. 1 king bed. They took the elevator in silence. 24th floor. Doors opened to a corridor lit the colour of old nicotine. She swiped. He held the door. Inside, heavy curtains, low lamp, the bed taking up most of the space like it had been waiting for this exact mistake. They dropped their bags on opposite sides. Still no names. She took the bathroom first. When she came out, hair loose and damp, he was standing at the window watching blue emergency lights strobe across wet glass. Storm's worse, he said. His voice was exactly as she remembered from the training camp in Marseille 3 years earlier, only lower now, careful. She answered in the same language they had used then. Predicted to last till morning. He turned. For a moment the room shrank to just their 2 heartbeats. Then training took over again. We keep the lights low, she said. Her curtains stay closed. Weapons on the nightstands, safety's on. A pillow wall down the middle. They spoke like they were reading from the same invisible manual. They had done this dance before, just never naked of pretense. She unzipped her bag, took out a folded silk blouse, shook it once, laid it on the chair like a flag of truce. He removed his jacket, shoulder holster still strapped, placed the pistol on his side of the bed. She did the same on hers. 2 matte black CZ pointed away from each other like divorced parents at a wedding. They stood there in the ridiculousness rising between them until she laughed first, one sharp exhale. He smiled, small, almost shy. The sound of rain filled the gap. A first shower right still mine? He asked. You lost the coin toss in Marseille, remember? I remember you cheated. She shrugged, already peeling off her sweater. He disappeared into the bathroom. Water ran. She sat on the edge of the bed, elbows on knees, listening to the city trying to tear itself apart outside. 3 years ago, they had been on opposite sides of a covert auction in Tangier, she for DC. He for whoever paid better that month. They had spent 48 hours trying to kill each other with charm and lies, ended up in the same safe house, same couch, same bottle of terrible arak. Nothing happened then except a conversation so honest it felt like surgery. They parted at dawn with a promise. If we ever share a room again, we finish what we started. Neither believed the other. Yet here they were. He came out wearing only hotel trousers, hair wet, droplets still clinging to the scar that ran from his collarbone to the top of his ribs. Her bullet, Tangier, the night she chose not to finish the job. She stood, took her turn. 15 minutes later, she returned in an oversized t-shirt that reached mid-thigh, nothing else. The pillow wall was already built. 4 stiff hotel pillows in a perfect line. He lay on her side, back to him, gun within reach. He killed the last lamp. Darkness swallowed the room except for the city's bruised glow leaking around the curtains. Rain hammered. Minutes bled. She spoke first. Why the city? Extraction gone sideways. Needed a hole to hide in till morning. You, same. Different hole, same storm. Silence again. Then the mattress dipped as he turned toward the wall. I kept the lighter you left in Tangier. Why kept the round you didn't fire? Another silence, softer this time. The pillow wall stayed, but breathing synchronized without permission. She felt the heat of him across the invisible border. At some point, the thunder rolled directly overhead and she flinched, old reflex. His hand crossed the wall, found hers in the dark, fingers threading like they had rehearsed it. Neither moved further. Just that contact, skin to skin, pulse to pulse. Hours passed, or minutes. Time had stage fright. She whispered, if we do this, tomorrow we go back to being enemies. I know. If we don't, we'll always wonder. I know. The pillow wall surrendered 1 pillow at a time. They moved slowly, like people diffusing something that had already gone off years ago. No rush. Every touch a question. Every answer older than words. He traced the thin scar under her shoulder blade, his own mark from Marseille. She kissed the one on his chest, closed it with her tongue like sealing an envelope. When they finally came together, there was no urgency, only recognition. Afterward, they lay tangled, city lights painting shifting blues and reds across their skin. She spoke against his neck. Tomorrow I have to put the wall back up. Tomorrow I might have to put a bullet in you, or I in you. They both laughed, the saddest sound in the world. Sleep took them like a merciful accomplice. She woke first. 5:47 a.m. rain had stopped. City quiet except for distant sirens. His side of the bed was empty. Gun gone. Jacket gone. Only the lighter on the nightstand, old Zippo with the dent from Tangier. And a new engraving on the back she had never seen. If we share a room again, we finish what we started. Below it, fresh scratches, we did. She sat there a long time, naked, turning over and over in her palm. Then she dressed, holstered her own gun, left the lighter where it was. At the door she paused. On the inside handle hung his tie, perfectly knotted, the one he had worn last night. She took it, slipped it into her pocket like evidence. In the elevator down she checked her phone. New encrypted message, no sender. Target acquired. Rendezvous point moved. Neutralize the woman in 2408 if she interferes. She smiled, small and sharp, deleted the message, stepped into the wet morning. Across the street on the roof of the parking garage, he watched through a rifle scope. Same message on his burner. Neutralize the man in 2408 if he interferes. He exhaled, lowered the rifle, walked away into the same dawn. The room remained booked for one more night, keycard still active. Housekeeping found the bed perfectly made, pillow wall rebuilt higher than before, 2 guns left safety off on opposite nightstands, barrels pointed at where their heads had been. And in the middle of the bed, the Zippo, open, flame-burning, steady in the cold air-conditioned room, though no one had struck it. It burned until evening, then went out on its own. No one ever claimed the room again. Sometimes late guests on the 24th floor report hearing rain that isn't falling, and a lighter clicking in the dark, though the room is meant to be empty. They never stay the full night. The bed is always warm on both sides when housekeeping arrives in the morning, sheets tangled like 2 bodies just left. The lighter is always back on the nightstand, newly engraved on the other side now. Next storm, same room, we try again. No one knows who writes it. No one has ever seen them check in twice. But the reservation system still glitches every few months. 1 room, 1 bed. 2 different names that somehow belong to ghosts who keep missing each other by minutes, by heartbeats, by the width of a pillow wall. They both swear they will never cross again. And every time the storm returns, the lighter waits. Flame ready. Story unfinished.